Hey, Melissa J. Hey, Cecilia. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. All right, so I'm going to get started with Pisces, okay? Pisces, they do want to come back. For some of you, they're going to communicate very soon in the month of January. They are going to approach things slowly. So if you try to rush things with your partner, Pisces, or if somebody's cross-watching and you're watching this could be about you rushing your Pisces person. So whichever way this resonates with you. For Pisceans, there is going to be some type of rewinding. There's also going to be, it's like playing the tape back, playing back the past, repeating what's happened. Not sure how to handle a situation that may have created such dismay, that may have made you feel awkward, uncomfortable, unsure. Okay. For Pisceans, I'm getting that there is there's somebody who's wanting to make a plan with you. There's also somebody who's watching you from a distance. So whether you work with your ex-partner or your partner, somebody can see you from a distance. It feels like for Pisces, somebody's been hanging around for quite a while. So this relationship may not be new for a lot of you. For some of you, there may be a new person that you just met that made you melt, made your heart melt quickly. This may be somebody new who just recently came around for some of you, not a whole lot. But there is definitely the energy here about the Pisceans that have been dealing with a long-term situation or a situation that gets really good and then just fizzles out real quick. Like, weren't we just good? Didn't things just go well? Didn't we have fun last night or the weekend before? Whatever. And then it just changes. And you're like, what? So first card I have for you is the Empress card. So Pisces, usually this being an air sign usually, but for this, I get you guys and I get you being patient. I get you trying to stay in control or maintain your control in a certain situation. It also feels like it is the beginning. You're back to the beginning. So when I spoke a minute ago about rewinding things or playing things over, it also could be going back. So some of you may be wanting to go back to a past partner or an ex-partner. However, a lot of you have dealt with somebody who was not making their claim. When I say staking or making their claim, I am referring to making a commitment to you. I am referring to making you realize that opportunity is yours, making you realize that you are the most important person to them. Somebody did not want to tell other people about this relationship either. Felt like somebody was dealing with someone who was keeping it a secret. In the month of January, this also could be going to happen here. I also feel like in the month of January for Pisces, it's kind of like, Pisces being the fish. So you swim a lot. You're going to do a little bit of traveling. Okay. You're also going to handle a few rocky waves that maybe on the ordinary wouldn't bother you, but something that you're going to deal with in the month of January is going to make you feel pushed aside. It might make you feel neglected. It may also make you feel like somebody's not including you in their plans, in their life, or in a situation. I don't want you to get frazzled about it. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed or sad. I want you to understand that somebody is going through something. Could be you, could be your partner. Somebody's trying to reconnect the dots, so to speak. I see the word L. I see the letter L, and it's not loser. For some of you might be dealing with a loser, but I see the L, and the L to me is kind of like taking a different direction. It's like you were deciding to take this path, and then all of a sudden you decided to turn. So maybe you were coming down and decided, you know what, I'm going to go back. So that may be the L, because somebody's going back to something. Again, I spoke about rewind. A lot of you may be going back or wanting to go back to an ex, but I'm going to ask you, why? Why do you want to go back when you've already been there? It's not like it's a vacation resort that you thought you had such a great time at that you want to go back and revisit. For some of you, you really dealt with a lot of harsh, negative disappointment. And I don't understand where in your mind you created that this was wonderful, that you want to go back for some of you. For some of you, Pisceans, okay, there is really a love relationship going on here. For January, you're going to find out that even though you and your partner may not have been on the same page, that's okay. You're not supposed to be sometimes. Sometimes you have to venture off to different places to be able to come back and meet and bring your ideas together and then create something. For a lot of Pisceans, this is going to be the month where you are going to feel that you're able to create something new. And when I get this Magician card, that's exactly what I feel a magician is doing. A magician, but be careful, because a magician can create, like David Copperfield, right? Can create that illusion for you to make you believe that things are one way when in fact they're another. That is what happened to some of you in the past. This magician played his part and did his role or his performance, so to speak, and made you believe things were one way, when in fact, after you broke up, you found out that things were quite the opposite. I want you to be careful because the magician is still hanging around for Pisces right now. For the month of January, he's still hanging around. Now, for some of you, this magician can perform the utmost beautiful, creative ideas and magical feelings, magical atmosphere with truth behind it. For some of you, this magician is quite true. For some of you, this magician doesn't have anything hidden behind the scenes for his so-called tricks, performances. But for some of you, this is truly a magician who is going to take the sadness that you had, maybe even from a past relationship, and this person coming in who could be new, may be trying to create happiness for you. You may, in fact, be the lucky one in the Piscean group that is going to meet finally your match. Meet finally the person that's balanced for you. Meet finally your destined partner. So the month of January can be very exciting for some Pisces. I will say that. For some of you, you still have to be careful because this could be somebody wanting to create, again, that illusion, the narcissistic tendencies, okay? Be careful. For some of you Pisceans, you have definitely handled with the Six of Swords. With the Six of Swords, let me bring it closer. For some of you, either you decided to go away, maybe with a family member, maybe with a friend, or maybe to go see family, maybe to another country. Maybe you decided to just take a break from them, period, and didn't go anywhere. You just decided, you know what, I just need a break. Or maybe your partner decided they needed a break. But I feel like you may have too, Pisces, even though you are a water sign, along with Cancer and Scorpio. You are definitely... February 19th until March 20th is your birthday, right? From the 19th of February to March 20th. You definitely are mysterious, or you can be very mysterious. You can also hold your thoughts in without expressing something. You're very good at keeping secrets as well. But I will say that you're also good at detecting secrets on someone else. For Pisceans, your next card is going to talk about the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, for me, always speaks about somebody coming back quickly. So if you're missing a partner, if you're wanting somebody to return from the past, which I think you may be, if somebody you were involved with had other options that they were considering, or you never had that final commitment from them, and your relationship was steady, but yet there really was no title, no commitment, then this is about you. This is saying that somebody's coming back quite quickly. The next card I have is the Three of Wands. Three of Wands for the month of January with Pisceans is talking about you having to finally really listen. 2019, you didn't do something, so you need to do it now, or we're going to be doing the whole 2020 the same way you did 2019, and I don't think a lot of people want to do that. I don't want to read the same story over and over. So please, we need to break the cycle. We got to break the cycle. Allow somebody, Pisces, to do the work in your relationship. Allow somebody to be the one to call you, to text you, to say they want to meet up with you. They want to do things differently, because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. It's impossible. So with the Three of Wands, once again, with the Three of Wands, like I just said, somebody is definitely looking out into the horizon. Somebody is definitely taking their mind thoughts and trying to expand something. Somebody's wanting to elaborate on a feeling that they have for someone else. Somebody else may be wanting to make certain conditions possible for somebody to come back. That may mean some of you may be deciding to sit and wait. Oh, I'm going to get that new bedspread that I wanted, that new bed I wanted. I'm going to make sure everything is so when they return, I'm setting up this nest so they can come and stay. I want to make them come. You're not focusing on you. For some of you Pisces, you're not focusing on you. Get the bed that you want. Get the furniture that you need. Get things settled and set up for your convenience, for your liking, for your comfortableness. For some of you, somebody was wanting you to wait on them hand and foot in the month of January. It is talking about them allowing you to do all the work, and they're going to sit back and kind of watch. I don't want that to be the case. I want you to allow your partner to get involved, to put the work in, to show that they want something, because you and I both know you cannot accomplish anything without hard work. Whether that's you want more money, you work harder, you take overtime. Okay, you want to stop spending thriftily on things that you don't need. Only work on things that you actually need to have, to maintain, to manage, to support. But do not work on wants right now where finances are concerned. Okay, just throwing that in there. Don't blow your money. It's important. There's something coming up that you're going to want to do or want to purchase. And if you don't watch your money now, you won't be able to do it. Again, with the Three of Wands, you are definitely looking over your situation. You're trying to make a decision on whether to move forward or whether to maintain your space and stay there so that you can be reunited with this partner and try to make it work once again. But remember what I said. If two people aren't working at the same thing, if they're not willing to put in as much work as you, then guess what? Then it's not going to work. Back to the definition of insanity. Excuse me. So the next card that comes up is the Knight of Pentacles. With the Knight of Pentacles, this is definitely speaking of someone wanting to bring something to you. There's no doubt about it. January, somebody's wanting to come towards you. They're wanting to make an offer here. They're wanting to bring you a gift of some kind, or they want to bring their heart to you and share that. For some of you, this may be about money. This may be you have a partner who you separated or divorced from, and you are still fighting over money or monetary value things that maybe deal with child support or spousal support, or separating valuable items such as homes or real estate, things like that, or monies. You're going to come to some kind of firm decision. I feel like you're going to stand your ground. For some of you who are dealing with a divorce or dealing with separation or dealing with separating the goods that you had, I do feel like you're going to stand firm on what you want and you will receive it. Hey, payment. Okay, so the Two of Wands is going to be your last card, and that is going to speak about, this is definitely going to speak about you having to make a decision. And again, remember what I said, you're either going to stay or you're going to go. Okay, thanks, honeybee. You're either going to stay or you're going to go. You're either going to work on this, or they're either going to come in and stay or they're going to go. We're waiting to see what the outcome is going to be. I feel like a lot of you are definitely hoping for them to stay, because in the Two of Wands, when you see the roses here, the red rose, this speaks of love, right? This definitely talks about the love that you have for one another. It talks about things that you've built up in the past. I mean, this isn't just some person who just came in and out in a few days and you fell in love that quick. No. This is relationships. This is somebody who was definitely involved with you. They can't deny it. You can't deny it. This is somebody who's been maybe retracting on their feelings every once in a while. Sometimes they'll take 3 steps forward and then they take 1 step back. Now you got to make up for that extra step and take 4 steps forward. And so some of you feel like you're losing time. Some of you feel like you're running out of time to get to where you want to be. in this lifetime. Some of you are just wanting, again, to build that happy home and that family, that white picket fence, the dog, the whole 9 yards, and somebody's holding you off. But you feel determined that this is the partner that's for you. You're very strong about this. You're very adamant that you're convinced that this is my soul partner, my life partner. But I have to say that there are challenges involved with this relationship. Can you overcome them? Absolutely. Absolutely. But it takes two, not just one. You can't fix it for everybody. They need help. They need help. And again, I feel like they may, for a majority of you, I feel like somebody's definitely coming back. This is where they're wanting to bring something to you. They're coming wholeheartedly. The head of this horse is not down, it's up. So they're fully focused. They know where they want to be. It's almost like they're going to put their blinders on, kind of similar to Cancer. They're going to put their blinders on to see exactly where they want to go, and they're going to head straight for that destination, which involves you. Which involves you. So, last card that I'm going to give you guys, I was going to give you that one, but last card I'm going to give you guys is protection, or you keeping somebody at a distance. It is the Chariot card, okay, which to me talks about somebody having to gain access. They need to know a certain code, whether it's a knock, whether it's a certain behavior, whether it's a certain lesson. There's something that's coming that's going to let you know in the month of January that yes, it's okay to let them back, or there's some kind of code that's going to come through spiritually that's going to let you know, no, you know what? Not now. It's not the time. Please listen to your intuitiveness, because Pisceans, you are very strong with your intuitiveness this month in January. Please listen to it. If your gut says, I'm not really feeling good, I'm supposed to meet them, they want to catch up with me, we were going to get together, but I'm feeling kind of nauseous because of my nerves or whatever, that's your body saying something's not right here, or you don't need to go, or maybe you should reschedule until you can see if it happens again. So if you say, no, you know what, I can't meet you tonight, maybe next week on Wednesday or whatever, but when you do, if you feel sick again, then there's a reason for that, and you need to figure that one out. So be careful, because again, with this card, the Chariot, it is saying that you may need to protect your heart in a certain situation. Because again, when I spoke about the Magician earlier, somebody may be wanting to play tricks. Somebody may not be coming at you wholeheartedly. They may not be coming at you with the truth. They may be trying to create that illusion. Remember, I spoke about that. But January doesn't feel all disappointing to me for Pisceans, because it feels like for some of you who are single, who are not in a relationship right now, January is going to be a very good start for you, but it is a month for you to get yourself together. It is a month to take on that extra job. If you're looking for part-time employment to add to your monies, please do so in the month of January. Don't hesitate. Some of you figured out last year you just didn't have enough money to do what it was you needed to do. So make changes this year to make that happen, okay? So with that being said, I am finished with Pisces for January. Find me back in 2 and 2. I'll be right here. Just let me log off and log back on. Let's find out what's going on with Scorpio.